I was looking at some drawings of Native Americans, and I realized I couldn't even. It's sad to admit, but I couldn't even be Native American. And no offense to anybody that's in NA. No offense to you guys. I love your work. I've seen, most of what I've seen is drawings, but, I love y'all's work. And I mean that. I love all, I respect Native Americans. If I was born too late in the world. If I was born earlier, I probably would have, tried to smooth things over a little bit better whenever, you guys kind of had the falling out with some of the whites, to be honest. I would have said, hey, let's figure this out, guys. But I think both of you guys are kind of high-tempered, it seems like. If I'm really honest, if I look back and some of the drawings, it seems, excuse me, a little belch or burp. I don't know which one is which. They're both disgusting. I feel like air is just kind of just raping my throat every time it happens. Oh, I hate that. But yeah, again, I want to apologize to any, I know we have some Native American listeners, some NALs basically, or something, we know what I'm talking about. We have some Native American listeners. I have Native American in me. Okay. I probably got half a pint. Okay. I probably got 6 teaspoons of Chippewa or something. Daddy's got it in him. I can feel it sometimes in the middle of the night. I'll hear something outside. I'll hear something about 40 paces away. And I don't use the term paces very often. So that's right then when I know that, I say, oh, that's a very select ounce or two of me that's listening there. And that's that Native American in me. But yeah, I want to apologize to Native Americans on behalf of kind of some of the ways stuff went down. It was just kind of a wild time, I think, and you can't win them all, I guess. I don't know how do we merge the past and the future. So, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? Shit, I don't even know, man. Oh my God, dude. What a week. What a weekend. My weekend was great. My weekend was tough. It was everything. It was an everything weekend. It was like one of those bagels that have everything on it. It just looks like your spice rack just took some bread and just did a damn gangbang on it. But yeah, so, we do what we can. Yeah, let's crack into the episode. I think that's the way to do it. And I'll just share more, I'll just try and share about what's going on. Yeah, I need help sometimes. I need some help. Sometimes I need some help. So, and it's hard to say that. It's hard to say that I need some help sometimes. And sometimes I do. Let's get into this episode. Here we go.
Home with the baby, you gonna be the one who stays. I've been working hard as I can to just find some time to get you all alone, so we can going out on the city, have a little whiskey and wine. Baby, you know you're so pretty, and I don't know how, but baby, you're mine. This is our time.
This is our time. And that right there, that's Grady Spencer and The Work. And they're hitting you with that hot tune right there. They're upgrading your ear stems right there with that hot tune. Grady Spencer and The Work. Our Time is that song. That listening piece. And we're here. We're moving in. It's October. You know, we're moving in and we're moving forward. And, you know, I had a tough weekend, man. I don't want to, I've just had a tough time recently. And I don't like to, it's hard for me sometimes with, to share how I feel and not sound like I am complaining or like am not, or just having a lot of self-pity. And it's hard for me to do, it's hard. I think it's become tougher sometimes on this podcast to talk sometimes about how I feel because I don't want to complain, and I don't want to be seen as a complainer. And it's interesting, as my career has gone on over the past few years and has gotten busier, I start to feel like, oh, well, nobody wants to hear what your problems are if they think that your life is good, or that here I am getting to live out my dreams. And so to then still come back and have complaints, have uncomfort, that stuff I don't know, it's just hard. It's hard to share. It's hard to, it's scary. It's scary to share because I'm like, well, who nobody wants to listen to somebody complain that's like living their dream. It just doesn't. So it's just been tough, man. I just have not been feeling that good, I think, especially about the past 6 or 9 months. And I try to talk about it sometimes, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And so, you just keep showing up. And, I just had a moment this past week, and where I was going to drink the other night. I was going to drink, and I don't know if I have a drinking problem. I know that I don't do well once I get hold of cocaine. I don't do super great. I do not do super great if I am doing cocaine. So the other day, I had the shows up in New Jersey with Trevor Wallace, and he's amazing, and it was great. And Francis Ellis, beautiful fella, tall fella too. I mean, tall, white. I mean, if somebody did something to the Native Americans, it was somebody probably somebody he knew or in his gene pool. If you drink a half cup out of his gene pool, you could definitely taste a couple Native Americans, losing their land. I'll say that. But one of the smartest and hardest working guys is Francis Ellis. No shortcuts with that fella, and so beautiful to just to see him and spend time with him, and Trevor's I respect both those guys so much, and so I was happy to be out there with them. And the first show was amazing. It was one of my favorite shows ever. out there in New Jersey, in the state of New Jersey, up there in northeastern America. And then the second show was it was good. It was all over the place, kind of. You ever look for something, you just can't find it? It was kind of like that a little. And that's my perception as well. You may have been sitting there and had a great time, but you know, I like it to be just, you know, I always want it to be perfect for everybody. And so anyway, I think everybody did have a great time, but anyway, that's just kind of how I felt about them. But that day was just rough, and I went to the airport in the morning from Nashville, and I flew to the wrong airport in New York. And I flew into LaGuardia. And that's about an hour and a half away from the venue. Whereas Newark was about 40 minutes from the venue. So it would have been a lot easier. So I flew into the wrong airport, and I had to get an Uber. So I took an Uber an hour and whatever it was, hour and 40 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. It was a ways. And I was just stressed out, man. You know, I just really, you know, I've been trying not to drink for a while. And I just kind of decided in my head, you know, man, I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink when I get to this hotel. I'm just going to have myself a damn drink. You know, and I don't think, and I've never been the kind of person to just drink and drink and drink. I don't like that. I don't like having to get up and go pee. So I don't want to have a bunch of drinks. You know, but the reason I don't drink is because I just get worried that then if I get approached with cocaine, you know, or that dust, that jack, then I'm going to be out there, son. I'll be out in your garden. You know, I'll be out there in your recycling bin with a couple of raccoons, baby. Doing dirty works. So that's where my mind kind of goes. But I just decided, man, you know, I got a hotel room at this place called Oyster Point Hotel. Because the place is kind of, it's kind of shitty. And I like that. It's kind of nice though. It's like shitty nice, you know? It's like that. Like you ever been to a funeral, but they got like a thing of mints right by the coffin? Like a little snack bowl or whatever right by the coffin, like a little, oh yeah, you know, Keith is dead, but also, you know, have a mint. That kind of place. So it just had that kind of vibe. And anyway, I get there and I thought in my head, well, the whole time I'm riding there, I'm just furious. And the Uber driver kept telling me he had asthma and about his journey with asthma. Dude, we got bigger fish to fry in the world right now than somebody having an asthma journey, bro. Maybe if you can't breathe well, maybe God don't want you round here. Have you thought about that, huh? Puff, puff. Maybe if you can't take a hit off the world correctly, maybe the Lord's looking for you. So anyway, an hour and a half of listening to, you know, Captain fucking Camp Puff talk about his 65 years, dude was 65 years of lung issues, and he had crosses hanging everywhere in the Uber. He had, there was a cross, there's a cross here. You know, at one point I reached behind my ear and I pulled out a cross. Like I don't know if this guy lives, if he had a vampire as an ex-wife. I don't know what's going on. But the Lord, I guess the Lord was with us. For sure. It was an Uber pool. Because there's no way there weren't a couple of straight up disciples in the trunk. So I'm riding with this dude, Captain Asthma, and he kept pulling. Oh, this was the worst part. And I'm just thinking, oh God.
and I made it up to black belt.
Oh God.
I was in Taekwondo for many years as a teen.
Okay, well, good. So what I'm saying is this, that so I was thinking about drinking, and I'm thinking, okay, when I get to this hotel, they have a nice restaurant there. That's one thing. It's just, I really love a place that have a nice restaurant, nice place to eat. You're sitting looking right out the water. Beautiful. So you could be eating a fish and taste right where it came from. You could be eating a fish right there, having you a little bit of pond carp or whatever. You know, North African pond carp or something. You gutting down some of that, and you'll see its family member swim right up by the window and look at you. Just hit you with that one eye, you know. Hey, that's my dad, you know. And so I kept romanticizing in my head, okay, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to have me some food. I'm going to have me some drinks. And I'm just going to relax, man. And so, anyway, we go. Oh, the guy kept having to pull over to breathe fresh air. The guy kept having to pull over to breathe fresh air in New Jersey. Off the turnpike. There ain't no fresh air. There ain't no fresh air by the turnpike, dude. Bring a bag of air from somewhere else. Fill up a balloon from damn Kansas or something. And get that thing, get that thing trucked in or trained in. So we pull over. This is the second time we pulled over to get fresh air in. I'm not sure where it was, some little town. And a guy comes up to the car. We stop. It's literally like we have to stop for a minute, and he will. The first time he put his head out the window, and the second time he got out of the vehicle to breathe. And I'm like, this is a $200 Uber. And it was a small car. Okay? It was small. And some of you guys are thinking, well, Theo, you've made some money. Why don't you get somebody to pay? I agree. But that's just not who I am. I don't like to I try to be thrifty. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. It's just in my nature. Sometimes I don't want to give myself, the creature comforts. I don't want to take care of myself like that. And I probably should. Because then I just get more stressed. So anyway, dude, we're out there, and a brother, I'll be honest, straight up brother, urban brother, whatever, however you want to term it, comes up and starts asking if we want to buy some drugs. And the asthma guy, the driver starts asking me, like, it kind of directs him towards me. Like, what is going on here? I'm paying to be on this shitty adventure with freaking Billy Badlungs up here who can't handle the world. And now I got to tell it I don't want any drugs. The dude starts looking at two of the crosses if they're for sale. Like, dog, we ain't doing this shit right now. Like, I'm just, what y'all doing around here? We're here because this guy wants some fresh air by this railroad tracks and by these Walgreens. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. And just nobody wants to believe you, bro, when you're out there like that. So I'm just and I'm just like, I can't wait to drink. Now I'm going to drink gasoline. I'm thinking I'm going to drink ethanol. I am going to have someone else do a 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 balls, a 40 ball. I'm going to have somebody do at least a 32 ball of cocaine. Then I'm going to drink their blood. That's where I'm at. I'm not doing super well. So we get rid of old dude, and And we hit the road, and it's the last time. And finally we get to the hotel, and the lady says, "Where are you coming from?" And I said, "I just flew in from Tennessee." And she goes, "Well, unfortunately, since you flew in through a high-risk state, you can't access any of our communal areas, which means the restaurant and the gym." She goes, "However, we are going to open the gym after midnight if you wanted to get into there." And I'm like, "Oh no, what? What? That's not a real moment." But okay. So anyway, so now I'm just furious, man, because the one reason I wanted to stay at this place, and it's an expensive place. It's $300 a night. When they got the toilet in there, like the fraternity house one, the one with the silver handle out the side, where you pull that little, like, it's like a straight handle, you can see the plumbing coming out of the back. Like it was really nice 30 years ago. But the nice thing there is there's the restaurant and the staff too. Nothing about the people. So anyway, man, so now I'm angry. I'm angry, man. And I've been angry, man. I've been angry for months, and I'm angry. And I said, "Well, Kelsey, that was her name. I said, "Kelsey, I wouldn't do that to you." I said, "Well, could she at least, she goes, "You can order room service." And I was like, "But the reason I even picked this hotel was because I wanted to eat in the restaurant. And I wanted to sit in there and have a drink. That's what I wanted. I'd romanticize this. I want to sit in there and I want to have a damn drink. Okay? And I just rode 2 hours with Captain Can't Inhale over here. This beleaguered senior citizen. That guy, there's no way that guy's still alive. This guy was on his last lung, bro. So anyway, she said, "I'm sorry, you can't go in there. We'll have food. We can have food delivered to your room." So I was upset, and I went up to my room. And then I ordered food to my room. I had about 50 minutes till I had to be at the venue, and I ordered the food to my room. And I prayed, man. Honestly, I just hit my knees and prayed. I just said, "God, I need some help, man. I'm just so angry, and I don't know why." And I got in the shower and then the guy brought my food up and the drink. I'd ordered a Jack and Diet, and it wasn't the drink that I wanted, but I don't know. That's what I ordered, and there was something about the fact that I had kind of romanticized the idea. I'm going to drink, but I'm going to drink down in this nice restaurant. It's going to be, this look. I'm going to be able to look out at the water. It's going to be cool. I'm going to have the fish. His family's going to swim by. It's going to be kind of like a part of The Godfather a little bit. It's going to be interesting. And instead, the fact that I couldn't have the drink there in that place, like once it got to my room, I just didn't want it. And so I said, well, if I'm still feeling bad later, I'll have it. And I ate my food and went to the shows. And that was that. So, I only tell that story just because, I'm trying not to drink. And sometimes it's really hard. And that was just one of those times. And I don't talk about it that much on here. I like to keep that kind of stuff sometimes separate because I don't want to have to every week report on how I'm doing with being sober or feel like I have to. Because it's my own journey. But it was interesting that it was interesting because then I got this perspective that, oh, well, God's doing for me what I can't do for myself. Because if they would have allowed me to go into that restaurant, I wasn't even going to put my bags in my room. I was going to go sit in there. I hadn't eaten all day. I was going to go sit in there. I had 4 cookies on the plane, but I was going to go sit in there. And I think, and now I just here's what I'm saying is I realized at that moment, I was like, oh, that if I would have been able to go in just right into the restaurant, I wasn't even going to take my bags to my room. If I would have been able to go right to the restaurant, I was just going to go sit in there and order a drink. And I just, I'm just trying not to. And I guess I want to tell that story just, I don't know. I think God was doing for me what I can't do for myself. And at first it made me so angry, but then I'm like, man, if that restaurant would have allowed me in, then I would have drank, I would have drank. And anyway, I know, that doesn't matter to some people, but when you're trying not to, and you just got so much anger built up and you don't even know why, it just gets, I don't know, it gets heavy sometimes.
Elephants are a good sound.
It just, yeah, I don't know. And so, yeah, the drink just sat there and it melted and I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not going to drink sometime. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just got to get some help. I just got to start feeling better. And I'm not trying to complain. But I just don't feel, I don't feel good. And I don't feel good, and I want to enjoy my life. I want to be able to enjoy my life and be of service to other people. And I'm just having a tough time doing that right now because I don't feel great. So I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to have self-pity. I'm trying to take action. I'm trying to see a new therapist. I'm looking into getting a new sponsor through 12-step stuff. And but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of tell some of that story. And then I want to let you guys know that it has been reported that Americans are overpaying on car insurance by over $21 billion. Can you believe that? I'm not shocked, actually. Car insurance is expensive, and it's expensive, dude. I've been in maybe 4 or 5 wrecks, and mine is like $200 a month, dude. Insane. That's crazy. I'd rather just keep that money. No, I shouldn't. No, never mind. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, when you're searching for a better deal, it can take hours and typically results in a barrage of unwanted spam calls. That's the worst. You fill out a form, and next thing you know, you're getting 1,000 calls and people hitting you up. Until now, thezebra.com. The Zebra is the nation's leading car insurance comparison site because it's the only place you can compare quotes side by side from over 100 providers and choose the best for you in 90 seconds or less. Who doesn't want that? Name 40 people that don't want that. You just answer a few questions on a simple, fast form, and they'll find you the best rates and coverage in your state. TechCrunch calls the Zebra Kayak for auto insurance. The best part is that it's completely free. You can save up to $670 a year using thezebra.com. So, to find out how much you can save on car insurance and home insurance, go today and start saving at thezebra.com/THEO. That's thezebra.com/THEO. Spelled THEZEBRA.com/Theo. So go find out. Go find out how much you can save. Get back out on the road and have the best coverage you can for the best price on auto and home insurance. thezebra.com/Theo. Support the podcast. I'll also let you know that today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And it's probably something I need right now. you know, it probably wouldn't even be a bad idea for me to use BetterHelp. And maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'm actually going to try an appointment with a therapist that I've had before. And then looking to, if that's not what I'm feeling, then maybe looking to getting a new one. But I just have to take action. That's what I have to do. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, man. I want to enjoy my life. I'm living out some of my dreams, and I'm not enjoying it. And I'm just not enjoying me. I'm not enjoying being human. And I think that there's more out there for me. So BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. Now, it's not a crisis line, okay? It's self-help. Now, it's not a crisis line, okay? It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. If you're living in an area where the counselor maybe also does the snow cones, so you go over there and you say, hey, let me get a medium grape, and also, I've been jerking off, and I before work, and they're like, well, maybe they don't, they say, well, you just need the small grape, then you have a little too much grape in you. But that's the thing, you don't know if it's a small town. That might be the scenario, but that's why they got better options. You can log in your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. The service is available online for clients worldwide. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as you do with traditional therapy.
Elephants are a good sound.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, and they want you to start living a happier life today. Visit BetterHelp.com/Theo. That's BetterHelp, and join the over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Special offer for TPW listeners. Get 10% off with your first month at BetterHelp.com/Theo. That's BetterHelp.com/Theo. Yeah, a good intro song there by Grady, Spencer, and The Work from their album Celebrate. And that song is called Our Time. But yeah, I just haven't been feeling good. I just have been feeling a lot of stress, and I don't know. And I've just been feeling angry. And I almost, I almost don't want to say that. I almost don't, I don't, because I'm scared, I guess. I'm scared of what people are going to think. I'm scared of what you're going to think. But I don't feel that great. And I don't feel that great enough of the time where it's a, it's something that I have to I got to do more. So I'm going to try. I mean, I did some things today. I went for a run in the middle of the day. I didn't want to, but I did it. I'm getting my blood work done, just check to make sure that everything's okay inside of me, to make sure, just staying on top of that. I'm going to go to an AA meeting later today, and just, I spoke to some of my, 12-step friends on the phone, and I think some of it is just too much of me. A lot of my life has, I think something that will help me is doing stuff for other people. So I need to try and lean into that a little bit more. But I'm just tired. I feel every day like I'm fighting something, and I don't know what it is. And I feel every day like I'm just constantly just pushing, trying to, I don't even know what I'm pushing or what I'm pushing against. I'm I'm trying to explain it better. That's why I'm trying to like feel it and share it at the same time. And I'm not trying to have self-pity on myself. I'm trying to be active. You know, I used to get bummed out for years, and I would just lay in bed, man, be sad, and sleep definitely helps. But I can't do that forever. You know, I have to take action in my life. I have friends and people that need me, and I want to be healthy so I can, you know, I feel like God wants me to be able to be a part of helping people or being a part of people's lives. You know, I want to be a part of that river of like comfort in the world and river of like healthiness and stuff. And I just can't be a part of it if I'm not feeling good myself. So anyway, I'm not going to try and dwell on it too much, but it was just amazing that, man, I wanted that drink, man. And that just the simple thing that lady said, the restaurant is not open to you. And I was so angry, but really, that was a higher power saying, hey, you know, let me do for you what you can't do for yourself right now. And I did feel like that was pretty powerful. But yeah, I talked a little bit. Here, let's get in. Here, let's take a call or two. Here we go. Let me shut up. I just feel sometimes on this podcast, even I feel so bad just talking all the time because it's always me, you know. It's always me.
Hey Theo, this is Johnny from New Jersey.
What's up, Johnny from Jersey, baby? And no relation to Jersey Mike's over there. And they got the sweaty meat. They got the meat that seemed glossy on the outside. Like somebody, you know, parked a 84 Chevrolet over the meat for half an hour and left it running. And now it's got that slick look on it, gang.
Just left your show. It was a great time. I think you're doing good making people laugh during these hard, rough times. I just want to say keep it up, and we all support you here. We had a blast over there. We were crying laughing. And we'll always support you, brother. So gang, gang.
Gang, man. Thank you, dude. That was real timely, and I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think sometimes I just put all this pressure maybe on myself. I don't know. Like if I don't do something right the right way that people aren't going to care anymore. And so then it makes me kind of, I think, afraid to like do anything. You know, if I'm not the right amount of funny or the right amount of serious or I just, you know, I put this impossible, and I don't even know if I do it consciously. That's the thing. It's not like choices I'm making. It's like, you know, I think probably when I was young, I felt like if I didn't behave a certain way that people weren't going to care about me. That like the care that I received from people was directly correlated to how I behaved. And I was only going to be cared about if I behaved an exact way. And I could never figure out what that way was. So I think, you know, sometimes probably in my life, that's why, you know, I've always probably, a lot of me has been searching, you know, this searching for some, how do I crack this code? How do I get this? How do I line, what numbers do I have to line up correctly to get the care that I need, you know? But yeah, I think, you know, and I was never good at saying when I needed help. I was never good at saying, hey, I need help, you know. And it's so funny because even as a child, I was a loud man. I was always saying something. But it was all like, it was all just hot air, man. The thing I needed to say was just that I need some help. I need somebody. I need to feel that somebody cares about me. That's what I needed it when I was young. But I had that emotional asthma, man. When you think about it, I had that emotional asthma. Because I just didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. And I'm not trying to sound whiny. I know I keep saying that, but I'm not like, oh man, I don't know. Nothing's ever going to be good. I'm not feeling that way. I'm just trying to feel what feelings are inside of me so I can take some action. And some days, man, it's hard to be funny. Some days it's hard, man. It's just like I got in here today and I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? But then I get this voicemail right here.
I just want to say keep it up, and we all support you here. We had a blast over there. We were crying laughing. And we'll always support you, brother. So gang, gang.
And that changes the script in me because then I hear, oh, we'll always support you. We'll always support you. And it's just something, I think it's something that you got to tell your kids when they're young is that, just that you love them no matter what they're doing, no matter what. Like, no matter what. Because I always felt like every next step of my comfort was dependent upon how I was behaving at that second, at that moment. It was all so dependent upon like how whenever my mom got home, how was she feeling, It didn't matter how I was feeling. However she was feeling, then that's how the night was going to go. There just wasn't room for my feelings. And so a lot of times I think when I was young, I just didn't have them. And so then that's why I have more of them now sometimes, because I think, feelings they're patient. They're real patient. But at some point they trying to leave the bus station. So I think some of them, I have them later on and I have them now. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think out loud and, because a lot of people have said to me over the years that, Theo, I like when you share what's going on with you because sometimes you say stuff that I can feel. And you guys do it to me. Like this guy right here.
Hard, rough times. I just want to say keep it up, and we all support you here. We had a blast over there. We were crying laughing. And we'll always support you, brother. So gang, gang.
Yes, it's just we got a good group of support here, and I think it's cool, man. But thank you again for the nice message, man. I really, and I don't know why this episode just whatever it is, man. I'm tired. I'm just fucking tired. I'm tired of having to sometimes not just be able to be how I want to be. And I know that you guys didn't make it that way. I know that sometimes I've made it that way in my own head. I know that sometimes just the past, life, this work got busier the past year and a half. I was sitting yesterday talking to somebody and telling them that I went to a tour in Europe, and man, I hardly have any recollection of it. Like that's, I hardly have any, things were just fast, just a lot. And it's a blessing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that that for a guy like me that feels a lot of stuff, it's a lot. It's a lot sometimes. But the best part, man, I will say the best part, it was such a gift, man. When I showed up over to the show, I didn't drink. I felt so good about myself. I said, man, I don't know how you did it. You know, and I called a friend when I was in the car, and I even told him on the way there, I said, hey, man, if this Uber driver gets back in the car soon, or if he doesn't, I don't know, but I'm drinking, you know. And he sent me a link to some video, and it was I don't even know, some damn baseball thing. I don't know. It was the worst thing ever, but just the fact that I broke up the thought in my head, it just kind of weakened that power. And then I got to the place, and they said, oh, you can't go in a nice restaurant. You got to eat up in your room by the fraternity toilet. I said, damn. I mean, even this place was old, bro. They had old shows on television. Like, what the fuck, dog? Dude, I turned on Golden Girls. All of them were still alive on the show. That's how, this thing was old. There was a George Bush Sr. advertise, like, vote for George Bush Sr. One of the commercials, like this, everything in there was old. It was, and I was angry. But that place has an amazing restaurant. And I got up to my room, and here was the crazy part, that my room wasn't even facing like the water, it was just facing like the parking lot. And I'm like, if this, good thing it's only 4 stories, I'd jump out the damn window right now. Good thing it's only 4 stories, and that's concrete. I could handle that. It was not concrete. It was asphalt. I could live off 4 stories in asphalt. I'll live. You can ask any gypsy that. I'll live there, dude. Kush, girl. But if I go 4 stories on the concrete, I'm probably not gonna. I'm not surviving. Oh, shout out to the dude too that came out to the late show in the wheelchair, man, and he had enabled legs. His legs was enabled by a dirt bike. A dirt bike had just did him dirty, and man, he had such a great attitude, man. He had such a great attitude, man. I almost wanted to just cut off one of my damn legs and give it to him. And then me and him could just 3-legged race around the world together. No homo, bro. You feel me, dog? You stay on your side of the leg, I'll stay on my side of the leg at night. But anyway. Well, I guess you couldn't do that. I guess if you gave, somebody a leg, but then, I don't know how that, but anyway, no homo, dude. 100%, bro. But also, dude, but if somebody is gay, then also, yes, homo. I don't want anybody to think that I'm not, being cool to gay people or anything. So, no homo and yes, homo, dog. Gang shit. What else? Here's someone else that came out to the show. Let's take a couple more show calls.
Hey, what's up, Theo? This is Steve. Coming at you currently from the highway leading into Virginia.
What's up, Steve? Out there on the road, baby. And I've driven out on the road, and I like to get me a little bit of caramel corn when I'm out there driving or riding, brother. Onward.
Originally from Long Branch, New Jersey. You're actually just about 5 minutes from my hometown over there in Blue Grotto.
Oh, yeah, we was out there by the dog track. And a lot, you could smell, you could smell a damn dachshund from the stage, man. You could hear the dog track over there. People betting on a dog and losing there's nothing sadder than somebody gambling on a damn dog track. Because the information, at least if it's a horse, you can get some information. You can get a little bit of intel on them. But a damn, somebody got, a Weimaraner, somebody got a Rottweiler Shih Tzu mix out there, and it's supposed to run in the 7th race. You know what I'm saying? But it hasn't had lunch. Like, you'll just get weird, like, oh, yeah. Peaky Blinder or whatever the dog's name is or something. He hadn't had lunch, and that's the kind of intel you get, and you're still supposed to lay 20-30 on a damn dog. I took a date out to the dog track over there in Tucson, Arizona one time out there. And she hated me. That lady hated me. She was an older lady, and I thought, well, what does an older lady want to do? Probably something, advanced, So I thought gambling. And I took her out there and bet on the dog. Bet $6 on this dog. $9 on that one, trying to show out a little. And I bet 9. And both them bitches lost, and then that bitch left. So, you got to take women where they care to good stuff. But anyway, sorry, I making this about me. Onward, Steve.
Dad, I missed the show. Couldn't go. I've been trying to see you for a couple years now, but I'm in the Marine Corps, so duty calls, can't be around. But man, I bet you probably had a great show. Trying to see you at some point this year, hopefully, even with all this COVID stuff going on. But I've been going through a tough time with the relationship and stuff, and starting on my career. But hey, man, your stuff on this past weekend and King of the Sting, that stuff keeps me going, man. Makes me laugh, and like I said, can't wait to see you on the show sometime. Definitely excited for a next special or something.
Thanks, man. Thanks, dude. That's sweet of you to say that, man. I can feel that, I can feel you being genuine, and yeah, thank you. And we do have a new special. We're signing a deal with Netflix, and it's just paperwork now, and to do a special, and so that'll be great for that to come out, Steve. So you'll be able to see it and share that with your Semper Fi fellas out there, and I think that's pretty cool, man, to be in the military. I think there's one thing I admired when I used to go do some military tours, and I hope to do some again, was just the camaraderie you get to have, to be in a group of people and to be able to just joke around. And, I know it's grueling a lot of the hours you guys have, and I know you're not where your desired location a lot of times, but it's so rare, in life, that I find you get to have a group of people around who enjoy one another, especially right now. So man, I'm envious in a lot of ways of just you be able to have that brotherhood, and just people you get to enjoy people. That's a delicacy right now. A lot of people can't enjoy people. A lot of people can't. People still can't go see their grandparents, or there's fear around it. But be well, man, and thank you for the warm message, man, and enjoy that. Enjoy each other. Enjoy it, man. That's it's going to be prehistoric, human beings spending time with each other, the way that we're so addicted to electronica now. Let's take another call. Onward.
Hey, Theo. It's Tara from Trenton, New Jersey. So I just got home from your show. I went to the 7 o'clock show.
Hey, Bear. And thank you for calling. And that's a unique name for a woman. But that's how they do it in the Northeast. You got more people from Britain, more people, you got that Native American meets kind of defeated by the white kind of vibe up there. So you'll have a kid named Bear. You'll have a kid named, River Branch or whatever. Fire, Fire. You'll have a kid named Fire. Like, damn, where's Fire, dude? I don't know. He's got the weed, So they got, you'll have unique names. Go on, Bear.
Down there in Oceanport, New Jersey. And, man, it was a great, great, great time, and I really needed it because I just been going through a really patch where I went through a breakup, and I went through drinking way too much, and now I'm sober, and I'm on antidepressants. But besides that, it was great, except there was this bitch, and she just kept screaming for no reason. And then the last 15 minutes of your set, she just talked shit about how she was on your podcast before. Oh, I was on his podcast before. And everyone just wanted her to shut the fuck up. So, but besides that, you were great. And me and my friends, we had a great time. And I really appreciate it. And love you, man.
Love you too. Thank you very much for that, for the nice message. And I think there was one lady up at the front that was too loud. And she might have been doing drugs. I don't know. And she had big titties, too. I'll be honest with you. 2 of them. And she had them big old titties. Man, it looked like each one of her titties had been drinking beer. It looked like each one of her titties could have been on a bowling team in the 90s. She had the big old... She had them long branches, if you will, baby. And she was loud. I think a lot of times a titty will hold a lot of volume. You know, so sometimes if you see somebody with a big-titted woman, they'll have earmuffs on or something. But yeah, next time I'll do a little bit better job. It's hard for me to gauge. Here's the hard thing to gauge from the stage. If somebody is a heckler or somebody is being obtuse. Are they enjoying themselves, or are they trying to be seen? That's the tough part. Because some lady the other night up front laughed like, had a really weird laugh. And I don't know, honestly, how to handle that.
I don't, honestly.
So it's tough. You know, it's tough to know what is a good sound and what isn't a good sound.
Elephants are a good sound.
It's tough. You just have to, but if it gets a little too much, that's when I say something. And also the staff is supposed to do something. But you also don't want to like interrupt the jokes. The second show, there was a drunk guy who was not, he needs to be sober. You sound okay. That guy probably needs to tighten it up because he just was, the show, he made it about him. But maybe not. Who knows, man? But thank you for the warm message, you know, and that's the thing. It's just like sometimes I don't want to drink because I want to be able to be there for somebody if they're having a tough time or something. I want to be able to say, hey, man, I'm here and I'm available and I'm of right mind right now so I can be a part of, I don't know. I just feel like it's hard for my higher power to use me if I am all fucked up on that gas or whatever. But that's just me. Some people can do a bunch of coke, you know, and raise a family. I'm reading the My Pillow guy's book right now. That dude's smoking crack and making pillows. So if that ain't, I mean, that sounds like community college. So there's ways to do it is what I'm saying. But I'm glad y'all came and I'm glad you laughed. And I'll tell you this, that first show, I'll put this on anything. It might have been the best show I've ever had. Man, it just, you know, sometimes I just feel, and that's the crazy part, I don't feel bad sometimes I just feel great. But this impending feeling, that's what I want to get out of me, you know? And I want to let you know too, man, that we recently got the website redone, theovon.com, and you can check it out. And I'm sorry for just talking about myself a lot on this episode. I really am, you know, but that, you know, it's funny because sometimes I just have, I don't know. I think sometimes I still have all these things inside of me like I want to say, you know, but I just can't. I just don't know what they are. Like I have this feeling sometimes like there's like I want to say things in my throat and I just don't know what they are. And sometimes I think, man, well, you're just going to keep talking till you figure it out, you know? And it's not gay stuff either. Some people send me messages, hey, fella, look at this wiener, look at this, thigh, wiener, nut, wiener, nut. And gay men need to quit doing that. A lot of gay men sliding in there and in the DMs, hey. You want to check out this wiener? How heavy is your wiener? Some guy asked me. How heavy is your wiener? Get it together, man. Okay? A lot of gay men take advantage of the loophole of being gay to make it that they can then be gross towards straight men. And that is too much. Man, send me a message. How heavy is your wiener? I'm not scaling my wiener, man, and I'm not telling you, sir, okay, buddy? You're being nasty. So, anyway, I had to say that. But what I'm telling you is we got the website redone, theovon.com. And who did it was a company called Modify. Just finished the new site. The process, no joke, was effortless. That's what I like. The turnaround was swift. I don't have to do anything. It was almost like magic. It was almost like too good to be true. Modify has a new plan that rivals any other option on the web market. They provide a subscription-based professional web design service for the cost of your old cable bill. That's right. For just $249 a month, you will enjoy the relief of creating your new website, easy process, quick turnaround, and an evergreen site, and the convenience of having a personal web design team assigned to your account to handle all of your ongoing website needs. Modify's plan includes unlimited updates, unlimited support, easy editing tools, and future redesigns. No cost to build, no contract, and they do it all for you. Only $249 a month. Get yours today at Modify, modiphy.com/Theo. That's Modify, modiphy.com/THEO. There's no F in Modify. These guys don't F around. You feel me, gang? Modify. Change is good. What else can I tell you about, man? And I got to recognize too. A lot of people are feeling, rough. It's a rough time. There is a lot of, we don't have the regular things. I was talking to Maurice Claret the other day. And man, I really, really admire that guy. He has so much solution in his brain and in his heart, and he was saying, one of the reasons people are all so antsy right now, he thinks because nobody has anything to do. There's no sports to watch. There's no outlet. The only teams that have been playing this whole time have been political. So everybody's getting on one or the other. So it's interesting. And I thought about that. People have become more fans of politics. We've become more it's become, without other sports and other things, politics has become the thing to be a fan of. I like this quarterback. I like this quarterback. Oh, the backup quarterback's, is racist. The backup quarterback's racist. There's people are becoming fans of politics and becoming activists. That's one thing. I feel like we've all become such addicts to all of this junk that is then making us be angry about stuff that I don't know if we're really angry about. I know that we are concerned about things. I know that we have views about things. But I don't know if we're really angry about things. So I really question the side effect of just all the snippets and all the information and the constant barrage of information. And the effect that has on us. It's just because you start to wonder, well, everybody, so many people are activists now. What's going on? I get being activated. But at some point, it's just, I feel like we're being taken advantage of. At some point we feel a little bit used by all of the media and all the hype. And a lot of it's like panic porn. My brother's friend coined that phrase, and I don't know his last name. I think he's a Latino fella. But panic porn, where everybody's getting we're getting some dopamine hit in our brain by getting off on all of this political and social jack.
And I made it up to black belt. Dang, dude, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't, honestly.
It's what would Riley Mouse say? He don't know. That's what he would say, bro. So you got to think about that sometimes, or don't think about it. and those are the options. But yeah, I just start to wonder, well, if I'm more stressed out than usual, if there's more, what's going on? What's causing me to feel this way? So let's hear another call or two that came in. Here we go.
Hey, Theo, Riley, this is Ray. I'm from Ohio, but I live in a little town called Wheeling, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, that Wheeling feeling, baby. And I got offered sex by an aunt and a niece one time over there. Adults, both. Both of them adults, adult sex offer, okay?
And I know we've both had that Wheeling feeling.
Yep, and that's pink eye also.
And it's a dangerous thing. You know, if you hold on to that feeling for too long, you're going to end up doing some methamphetamines in the back of a 7-Eleven.
Amen, baby. Hey.
That's a guarantee. Maybe get an STD by the slurping machine.
Can't
but
say I have.
I just wanted to call in and say I'm a huge fan. You make my day a little better every day. I'm a coal miner, and I don't know that you've had any coal miners call in, but I wanted to say that it's a tough job. It's a rewarding job. I just wanted to say if there's any questions about coal mining, please reach out. I'm a huge fan of the show. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And maybe we do have a question or two about coal mining. And if I think of what they are, I'll let you know. But right there, you got to think about that. Somebody going in the earth and getting something out of the earth, helping it out. And that's really, I'm not trying to be racial here, but that man goes into the earth and gets something black and helps it out of the earth. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty helpful. It's just pretty cool to see that. You go down there and you come up with a bucket of black, a bucket of positive blacktivity, that coal, baby. And I love a coal. I love a briquette. And we actually had a black kid at our school when I was growing up, Briquette Lawson. And he was beautiful, actually. He could have been a male model, actually, but he just was, he wasn't doing all of that shit, man. He didn't like a lot of shit like that. He liked more just regular shit, McDonald's and shit. Let's take another call. Here we go.
Hey, Theo, this is Cole from Texas.
What? And that guy's name is Cole? That's baffling. That was totally unplanned. There you go. And right there, you see that wicked web that's out there. Onward, brother. Thank you, Cole. Name after a briquette.
I'm just calling to see if I can maybe give you a little encouragement. I'm kind of in the same boat as you are. I just moved to pursue a new career, and it's kind of nerve-wracking, really. I don't really know anybody here, and I'm just trying to get into the groove of things in this new foreign environment. But I hope you are doing well in your new environment, and that you and your new buddy Riley Mao are doing all right.
Elephants are a good sound. Can't say I have. I've not. Well, actually, what is Northeast Arkansas? Like, what cities? I mean, I'm a Christian Eagle Scout. I don't. Eagle Scout.
Well, thank you for that, man. It is. I have to remember that because I wake up each day and there's a question in my head like, why isn't everything perfect? And I'm not even asking the question. There's some invisible thing in my head every day that's asking this question. Why isn't everything perfect? Why isn't this done? Why isn't this done? Why isn't this done? Did you do this? Do you do this? And it's like I don't even hear it, but I still. It's like it was asked to me decades ago, and it still echoes. So I think always when I wake up, I immediately just feel like, oh, there's so much I haven't done. There's so much I have to do. So I got to recognize, hey, that voice is not real. And while that voice will serve me well sometimes to go and do some things for myself and get me motivated, at some points that voice is just, it's just bothering me because it's not going to give me any peace. But man, I'm sorry that you're struggling with it, man. You know, some things I did do to stay busy. I joined the MMA gym. I now have 4 bruised ribs. Some guy named Alex or Alexis or something. I don't know what his name was. Oh my God, dude. This guy, he might have eaten 2 of my ribs, dude, when I wasn't looking. This guy did me up. So that is a lot of pain. I went and saw Tim Dillon perform 2 times. So that was really great. I'm just trying to get some guests onto the podcast, trying to get Morgan Wallen to come in. I'm a fan of his music. He's a musical man. We have a trucker next week coming in, female trucker, a vadrucker, a lot of them people will call it. Beautiful lady, decent lady. So, yeah, so just thanks for thinking about me, man. And I'm thinking about you, brother, and I wish you well in that new environment. And just, yeah, it's so funny, man. It's like I can offer you suggestion, but it's like I can't hear it for myself. Isn't that so crazy? It's fascinating, man. This thing that we're part of. All right, let's hear another call that came in here. And sorry to just keep going to calls, but I just, I want to get some of you. I'm just tired of listening to myself sometimes. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. My name is Chance. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm currently I'm driving through Amarillo, Texas right now. I'm headed over to Bentonville, Arkansas for a new job.
Now, Bentonville, Arkansas, home of the largest Walmart and first Walmart ever. So if you think about Walmart, think about Bentonville. Onward.
For a sales job. And I'm just kind of taking this huge leap of faith. I'm listening to some of your podcasts, and I just got the urge to hit the hotline. I'm feeling a lot of feelings right now. One of them is that's really strong is just hope and hope for a better life, hope for to be successful. Like I said, I'm 23 and I haven't done much with my life. I just got sober about almost 3 years ago, so my life has just been getting so big.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe if you have any advice for me, starting something new. I know that you've traveled, you made a big change traveling over to California. And now you just made another travel, down there to,
Well, thanks for the call, man, and not to cut you off, but I did. But yeah, I think what you're doing, the long term of it is, you can't see it now, but in the future you'll see, wow, just by making moves, it allows you to be less inhibited when you need to make other moves. So in the future, when an opportunity comes up and another move or an opportunity to take a leap of faith in love or a leap of faith in friendship or in a different realm even, besides employment, that the experience you have had right now, that'll resonate within those other fields. And so you won't even know. You're like, oh, wow, I took a leap of faith here. I took a leap of faith there. Hell, you can become a damn long jumper of faith if you leap enough, man. And that sounds like what you're doing. So 23, you're trying a new city, and that's a lot, man. And I need to be patient with myself. I get at home and it gets late, and the place is a mess, and it's not even my place. I'm just renting it, and sometimes things just feel like heavy, man. And I just need to get some help. When I need help, if I need a therapist, if I need a house cleaner, if I need an assistant, I just have to I got to ask for what I need. I was talking to my brother today, and man, I never really ask for what I need. I never say, hey, this is what I need. I don't say it in relationships. I don't say it in friendships. I don't put down those, hey, look, this is what I need. Because I don't want to, I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to. But it's funny, I just won't put any, hey, this is what I need. Sometimes I need someone to listen to me and not even tell me anything. The other day I was talking to my brother, and I was just telling him I've been having a tough time, and just, and I'm lucky. My brother's worked in like youth therapy and stuff like that. And at the end of the call, he said, hey man, if you want, I'll just sit on the line with you for a little bit and not say anything. And at first I was like, nah, man, I'm all right, And when I said all right, I could feel something in my voice. Like I felt like I wasn't all right. And he said it again. He said, no, he said, look, I'm happy to just sit here. You don't have to say anything, and I don't have to say anything. And I'll just be here with you. If you need, I can just be here with you. And man, I started bawling, like literally uncontrollably, like a dragon flew out of my fucking soul. Because I think never in my life had anybody just said, hey, I'll be here with you. I'm not going to give you any suggestions. I'm not going to give you any. I'm just going to be here for you if you need me. And it was powerful, man. It was, and I had no idea in my whole life how much I needed that. Just even it was, and then, I was like kind of sobbing, and it's some of this shit, no homo, bro. Some of the shit's kind of, it's tough to say. I'm not trying to sound like a little bitch, but I'm trying to sound like, I don't get, whatever, dog. If you're still listening, bro, you part bitch, same as I am, son. You probably about 11% bitch, you feel me? But, and then I was like, oh, thanks, man. I'm good. I kind of got my composure. And then he said, are you sure? And I lied. I just say, yeah, I'm good, and I wasn't good. I didn't feel, and he goes, oh, I can still, he said, I have like 10 minutes. I can just sit here with you. And man, I just fell apart again. I don't know. I think it just, in just such a world of so much sound and so much constant. Just like for somebody to say that they had 10 minutes where they could just be there with me, man, it was real powerful. Because I think he was speaking to that kid in me, to that child, that young fellow who just, hey, I can sit here with you without any judgment, without any concern, not concern, but with just concern, with just time. I can sit here and you just know, the only thing you need to know is that I'm here for you. No matter what. And it was just powerful, man. So the hotline, as always, is 985-664-9503. I'll be back in with Riley Mao maybe next week. We got that female trucker coming in. I'm excited about that. We're also looking for if you know somebody who is a unique death person, death, like a lifeguard, but at a funeral. You know what I'm talking about? Like a Margit? What is it? A magician? A magician? No. Magician. Somebody that, like, you know, hey, you know, here's the body. You know, that guy. Like Howie Mandel, but for like death. Mortician. If you know somebody of a mortician, do you?
No, not at all.
If you know somebody that is a decent or a unique mortician, we would like to speak with them. You can email us, I think, through the website, or hit up the real Nick Davis, and you can let him know. Preferably around Nashville or Los Angeles, or within a flight distance, you know, somewhere close. But all right, one last call that came in. Here we go.
Hi, Theo. I just finished eating a McDonald's breakfast griddle bacon sandwich.
Oh, dang. So you living high on the hog today, literally. Onward, little mama.
And I really liked them. I started eating them after I heard a show on Howard Stern. And now it's one of my favorite things to get at McDonald's. Unfortunately, we can't get it after 10:30 a.m. So my next favorite thing at McDonald's is the fillet of fish. But I always want lettuce and onion on that sandwich. So my question is, what's your favorite fast food spot?
Well, look, ma'am, I love you. Hey, I'm going to tell you that straight up. And I'm here for you. And I won't say anything, but I do have to, I can't handle, if you can't eat a damn fillet of fish at a McDonald's. You can't eat a fillet of fish at a McDonald's, mama. That ain't even fish in there. You know, that's trans oyster or something they're using, or, you know, they're not using fish meat. That ain't damn fish meat. You know, you know, that's something else. They're doing something nasty. You can't be having I can't, if I'm trying to talk to a lady and she have a bite of fillet of fish on her lip. Come on. Your children can't even love you if you're sitting around with a bite of fillet of fish on your mouth, on your breath. Who do you love? People can't love you if you eating fillet of fishes, lady. They can't love you. And they can, but it's going to be harder. It's so hard to love a woman when you see her with it. You know, you go in her car and she got a couple, you know, you open up to get the glove compartment thing, to get a lozenge or something for her, and a damn fillet of fish wrapper freaking rolls out. Like a dang tumbleweed, just. It's hard to love somebody that's on them fillet of fishes, baby. You know that. And if you don't, then you know it now. Okay, I think we got it. We had some calls that came in about Riley Mao, but we'll get to him next week. You know, we just had him here this week, just in spirit.
I mean, you know, I'm a Christian, Eagle Scout.
I don't.
You know, and he's a talented man. So we'll figure it out. We don't have to figure it all out today. That's what I got to remind myself. Is we don't have to figure it all out today, and we don't have to figure it all out alone. And you know, I feel a little bit better than when this episode started. You know, I'm gonna even see if my dang therapist emailed me back. I'll check right now. Nope, not yet. But there's an AA meeting in 5 minutes online, then I can jump in. And as much as I don't want to, I want to go do something else. I want to, do my bookie, bet on a night game. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's probably what I need to do for myself. I got to get active in taking care of how I feel. Instead of just being reactive to it all the time. If I'm going to feel this much as I do, I deserve to have some control over it. So, anyway, thank you guys for coming out there in New Jersey. Both shows were great. I just felt like the early one was more tame. The second one, when people was drunk, people was out there drinking each other's blood. Somebody's out there. Some guy came out with we had another guy that came out. I guess he had a fake hand or something. He'd lost a hand. He'd lost a hand. Some guy, he was throwing dice, and mowing the yard at the same time. And he caught a blade. But he left his hand there, some guy. So that's wild. You go home and you can't even, I guess he drove home with instead of 10 and 2, just 10, baby, just locked in at 10 or something. Unless he just taped his arm to the wheel on the other side at 2. But that's, some guy woke up, he don't know where his hand is at. And they got a bucket of beers, 5 empty beers and a damn cold hand in there. So if that's you, man, call Blue Grotto. BLUGROTTO over there by the dog park. And you guys too, I want to say shout out to Joey Diaz and his new podcast. You guys got to go check it out. It's just starting up, Uncle Joey's Joint. And it's I watched some of it and it made me feel good to just kind of share what was going on. Sometimes I like to be entertaining and sometimes I just want to be. And I know you guys don't, I just, it gets in my head as to what's going on, but you guys have always been there for me, man. And I just appreciate it, and I love you. And I love the group of you. I got to meet some of you here and there out in Jersey, a couple quick groups and this and that. And man, I was walking, I was so happy that I didn't drink, cause I try not to. I'm not saying it's anything bad. If you're doing some good coke, I'll hold the back of your neck, while you do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll feel your tits while you do a little coke. That's who I am, bro. Even if you're a man, bro, if you're a strong man. But I'm walking from the venue. They had a bouncer guy that would walk you to the back of the stage. And we just started talking. He's like, yeah, man, I got 23 years sobriety. And I was like, damn. And it was just exciting, And he said his dad had a couple years of sobriety. And it was just nice because in that moment I was, I was towing my line. Whatever my line was, And it was just like, oh, okay, good. I'm glad I'm here for this. Just to be here with this moment. Because then I could connect with him. I said, oh, man, I have 6 months and almost drank today. And I'm just... Man, it's just really hard right now. And so, yeah, in that moment, there was somebody I could tell that to. Because you go just up to a random stranger at the show and you tell them that. Well, actually, a lot of the people that come to our show is pretty good. But he might be like, oh, dude, have you seen my hand? Like, nah. You lost your hand, dude? That's crazy, fucking. You're only going to be able to hitchhike in one direction now, dude. Let's go out the way we came in, man. Naked and feet first. No. Let's go out the way we came in. This is Spencer. Sorry. This sounds good.
The world's been dropping down like the head of a hammer. I need some time alone. Baby, Maybe just you and I. I've been working my fingers down to a bloody mess. I've been working my sanity down to the bone. Well, I've been working hard as I can to just find some time to get you all alone, so we going out on the city. Have a little whiskey and wine. Baby, you know you're so pretty, and I don't know how, but baby, you're mine. This is our time. My baby, my you're my lover too. You're my baby, my don't want nobody but you.
This is a good song. We can.
We going out on the city. Have a little whiskey and wine.
Come on, let's go, baby. I'm taking you out.
Baby, you know you're so pretty.
You're so pretty, baby. I don't have a plan B.
But baby, you're mine. This is our time.
I don't need a plan B. You my baby. That is Grady Spencer and The Work. If you're taking your lady out, play that song for them on the way out. When you're leaving the house, you're getting ready, put that on. Put that on for them. This is our time, you know. You're going to enjoy it. I know some couples came out and sat at the tables the other night. It was cold at that second show too. And just thank you guys, man. Just thank you for being a part of my life, man, and let me be a part of yours. And I'm excited about where we're heading. And I'm just trying to take care of myself while we get there, baby. Gang.